FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey with your host Will and your co-host, the water cooler guru, FM 88.1 WHPR PowerTalk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. Live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Live streaming at FM881WHPR.com.
Good morning, Detroit. Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey. I'm the water cooler guru, and I'm joined by the free agent sitting in for Big Will.
Good morning, Detroit.
Yeah, you live. Okay, we're gonna today we're gonna talk about first. We'll start off with the Big Ten tournament, and Michigan State is going to face Ohio State today at 3:30 for the championship. Who are you going with, free agent?
Well, I'm not an Ohio State fan, and by default, I have to pick State. So I'm going with Michigan State.
So you know the last time they played, they split during the regular season. The last time they played, Ohio State beat Michigan at home to tie for the championship. It was Michigan and Michigan State and Ohio State, three-way tie.
Yeah, that was big for Michigan. They haven't did it since '86.
Right, and really, matter of fact, the Michigan sports is back on the map for a change.
Yeah, basketball, football. Well, they always had a good hockey team.
Right. Well, I'm talking about Michigan State and Michigan simultaneously. It's been a while since both programs have been back on top.
I don't think since I've been alive they've been doing well. You know, like that. Both teams.
Yeah, both is simultaneously. Yeah.
Both programs.
Yep, uses one or the other.
Right. Well, it should be interesting. 3:30.
Yep, and we got a number one seed on the line on that.
Who you picking?
Well, I'm going to go with the home team and go with Michigan State. I've been kind of riding them all year, so I like Michigan State.
You know you be fair weather jumping. We don't know what team you got. You probably got North Carolina somewhere, don't you?
No, but matter of fact, speaking of North Carolina, they are playing for the ACC championship against Florida State because Duke got upset.
Oh, yeah, Duke got upset. That was a big loss.
Yeah. Well, Florida State, their resume looked pretty good because they had a couple of quality wins. Well, I should say quite a few quality wins this year. Matter of fact, they beat Duke on their home court earlier this year.
Yeah. They had a last-second three-pointer. Game winner. They took Duke to the limit, and they beat them again. So I guess you could say Duke wasn't ready.
I hear you. And then so the NCAA tournament really is going to be exciting. We got a chance to get a possibility to get a number one seed with Michigan State if they can have a dominant win today against Ohio State. And we're looking forward to that. And Michigan should do well, too. Even though they got knocked out yesterday, they should get a nice, I should figure, number 4, number 5 seed, if not a number 3 seed.
We got to give it up for UAD.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. That's right. They won their tournament, and they're in the NCAA for the first time since, 2002, 2001, or was it 98?
I couldn't even tell you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So UAD is back on the map, and we're glad to hear that. And we also got the
this is the first time since '99.
Okay, I said 99 and 98. Okay.
Yeah, this is a while.
So it is real exciting. I mean, the city's being back on the map. Then we got the Tigers down in spring training, and they looking to win the World Series, really.
And Red Wings on top of their division. They're up there.
I think they're second behind.
They second?
Yeah, they're behind St. Louis. I'm disappointed with them because them 23 home wins in a row. And, they did all that winning, and they still they play horrible on the road.
Well, that's even like that. That's like that with any sport, though.
Yeah, but
be a good home team and then be a not so good road team.
True enough, but, I would figure them to be higher up in the standings after all that winning. Well, but I didn't realize that they was losing on the road at the same time.
Well, in hockey, it don't matter where you at in hockey. That's what it seemed like to me.
Well, with the Red Wings, they got a history of if they got the best record overall, they usually don't do well. And when they're like the number 2 or number 3 seed, they fare a little better. But I still like the home ice advantage, home court advantage.
It could favor them, but the last few times I've seen them in the playoffs, they didn't do too well. especially last year. I was disappointed.
Yeah, but that's matter of fact, as of last year, that was the best hope we had in the city.
Yeah. For y'all Detroit fans.
I'm not.
Wait. Besides the Tigers, you can't throw them out there. They was.
Ooh, I'm talking about leading into the year. Leading into the year, the Red Wings was the only thing we had to hang our hat on.
Yeah.
And then, the Tigers had a heck of a year, and the Lions also. You know what I mean?
We got Michigan State, UAD, Michigan football, MSU
Michigan
football.
State football. And we looking good. Basketball, football. I mean,
Yeah, we looking good for the upcoming year.
we're looking real well.
Well, we got to shout out Western too. I think they won they championship back in football too, right? Didn't they make it to a big bowl? To a pretty good bowl?
I'm not sure. We're gonna take a moment out for our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Morning, Detroit Sports Jersey fans. Thanks for joining us at FM 88.1 WHPR on this beautiful Sunday morning. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by WellCard Health. There's a free medical discount program called WellCard Health that offers up to 75% discounts on doctor, dental, vision, and prescription services at doctors and pharmacies throughout Detroit, including CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and more. For more information, 800-285-5941 for your free card. A portion of all proceeds generated from this card will be donated to the Red Cross of Southeast Michigan. That's 800-285-5941 to get your card. For people and families with no insurance or with limited insurance, 800-285-5941. Detroit, save money on tickets. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. CraigslistTickets.biz has great seats at low prices. Joe Louis Arena tickets are on sale. For more information, 877-870-3668. Comerica Park tickets now available. For more information, www.craigslisttickets.biz, or for more information, 877-870-3668. You are listening to Detroit Sports Jersey live on FM 88.1 WHPR PowerTalk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. And now back to co-host, the Water Cooler Guru. Straight sports talk, no professionals here.
Good morning, Detroit. Welcome back. We got a caller on the line. I didn't hung up on him.
I think you hung up on him.
My bad. we're not professionals here. Always keep that in mind. They'll call back. Now, getting back to where we were talking about the NCAA tournament, really the conference championships leading up to the NCAA tournament, because this is Selection Sunday, and we're hoping to get some high seeds from our Michigan State Spartans and our Michigan Wolverines. And really, if Michigan State can pull off a nice, dominant victory, they got an expectation to get a number 1 seed, number 2 at the minimum.
Well, both teams is at a number 1 seed.
Oh yeah, Ohio State, it's on the line, yeah.
Because you really got to think about it. Duke, who had a chance to get one, they lost.
Yeah.
Syracuse lost.
I think Syracuse is just a lock. Syracuse and Kentucky, I don't care what they do, they're a lock for number 1 seed.
I don't know.
Well, they went 30 and 1.
They won't get that number 1 overall 1 seed where they can play where they close to home. That's what I mean.
Well, you got to figure with the body of work, and I'm putting it on the line right now, Kentucky or Syracuse is going to get the number 1 seed overall, regardless of what they do in the tournament, because they just had such a great overall season. So it's going to be hard to take that body of work. I mean, you got to figure each one of them only lost 1 game. They both was 30 and 1 going into their conference tournaments. I don't think you can. And Kentucky is playing for the SEC championship. Syracuse only 1 loss.
You're right. But they didn't win. They didn't win their tournament.
Yeah. Okay. Watch.
I mean, it might not hurt them. Syracuse being.
I don't think it's going to hurt Kentucky either if they lose the championship today.
Well, there's really only 2 spots, and then you got Missouri, who put themselves back in the picture. If they win their conference tournament, you got to look at them too.
Right, but that's the 3rd spot.
I mean, it's
that's the 3rd spot. Syracuse and Kentucky, you can almost bank on them.
So who you gonna take? North Carolina and Missouri, or you gonna get North Carolina and State? Because State. Well, North Carolina's looking like they're gonna win it. win their conference tournament.
Well, it comes down to North Carolina and State. I mean, you'd have to give the edge to North Carolina for the simple fact they beat State when they played them. So I would go off base head to, even though Michigan State has got the strongest RPI of anybody in the nation. You know, they didn't play the toughest schedule. I mean, it's just phenomenal, the schedule that they played. And I would have to lean towards North Carolina because they beat them head to head.
So you saying if all three of them teams win their conference tournaments today, State
Okay.
to be left out? Missouri, North Carolina, and State. They all really got a shot at a number one. Even Ohio State, even if they win.
Exactly.
So all four of them teams got a shot for 2 spots for a number one seed.
I would have to, especially since Michigan lost the last 2 games of the regular season, or Michigan State that is, I would have to lean towards Missouri and North Carolina.
Okay.
And the proof is in the pudding. But hopefully Michigan State wins, North Carolina wins. Hold on, we got a call here.
Don't hang up on him this time.
Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey.
What's going on, Guru?
What's up? Is this Will? We auditioning for your spot.
I'm on vacation, baby. I'm headed back to the D.
We may not need you no more, homeboy.
May not need me. Well, I might as well turn around. What y'all talking about today?
Well, we start off with the NCAA tournament with the conference championships, and we was debating here on who should get a number one seed. And you have North Carolina, you have Missouri, and you have got Michigan State. And we already just concluded that Syracuse and Kentucky, regardless what they do, even though Syracuse already lost, will probably get a number one seed. And that leaves 3 teams vying for them last 2 seeds.
4. You can't count out Ohio State.
Well, Ohio State, Michigan State, Missouri, and North Carolina.
Well, you know North Carolina got to get one. That's my team.
Well, they got to win, don't they?
Just on principality. No.
So I put it like this. So you saying if North Carolina loses in Missouri, in either or Michigan or Ohio State win,
See, that's the
North Carolina's going to get a number one seed?
I don't hope. I know they're going to win. See, that's the difference between me and you.
I'm just saying they got to handle their business first, right?
That's why you set in as a sub.
Well, why you throwing it so you sound like you hating to me, man? You throwing sub. Who said anything about sub? This is an audition, G. You going to be the sub. You sitting on the bench now, so you complaining about playing time.
Hey, man, I'm rolling through the hills of Kentucky, brother, headed back to the team.
Hey, you better be careful. Don't get lynched.
Yeah, you better
They don't hear that North Carolina talk.
Hello?
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, we here, man. That was a
What was that, a buzzer? Somebody at the door, y'all ordered a pizza?
Yeah, I think we buzzed you. We buzzed you in. You know, you're in
I
Kentucky.
mean, come on, Harry. Come on. Let's keep it professional now.
Here we go. See, you hate, man. Yeah, man. Don't get lynched, man. You know the Klan started in Kentucky.
Hey, man, I'm telling you something. It was beautiful down in the rolling hills of Tennessee. I got pictures of an original 100-year-old outhouse that is still usable because, yes, I used it.
It sounds like you didn't have no choice. Usable.
Right.
It ain't like you had options.
But, yeah, man, so, yeah, I ain't been catching up on sports, man, really paying too much. You know, my fiance put me on lockdown punishment. She said we on vacation and strictly vacation, no business, no sports, so.
Yeah, but I saw in that commercial, man, for T-Mobile, man, the guy's still watching the sports on his phone, G-Money. You slipping.
I want to know if he on vacation. What he doing calling in then?
Oh, I'm on my way back. Vacation over with.
Now vacation over with. Okay.
Hey, you can take another week, man.
You know, actually, I really could, because I really enjoyed myself. You know, it was a beautiful thing.
Hey, you might want to stop in Indianapolis and find out what they doing with that first pick.
Who? Hey, where did my man end up going to, Manning?
Nowhere yet.
He visited Denver yesterday.
Oh,
all that thing you did.
Oh, there you
no, that was just his first stop.
That was his second stop, right after Miami.
Yeah, but Denver was first. He lived in Miami.
Hey, but he visited Miami first.
No, he didn't. You got it wrong. No,
What?
he flew when he left the press conference from Indianapolis announcing his retirement. He flew back to his summer home, which is in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Where y'all
That's
think
a
he's gonna
summer
end
home.
up at?
It's hard to say, man. You know, the Jets took themselves off the board because they signed Sanchez.
I'm calling this out right now. He going to Washington.
No.
Hey, I know Washington did all that trading to get the second overall pick, but that's just to get Griffin so he can back up Manning. So
No, they ain't gonna do that.
Hey,
no.
Manning not gonna play that
and-
long,
and
y'all.
speaking of
y'all
Washington,
failing to realize Manning only got about 2-3 years left in that neck.
true that, but
So he
but
Hey,
listen,
hey, Guru, I'm telling you, he gonna get that 40 million. Like I said, you think he gonna get all that, man? I bet you somebody throw that 40 at him.
Oh,
it's
but they ain't got no
gonna be
choice.
Washington.
But the point,
I'm telling
no,
you,
Washington, check it out.
spent big money for
Washington
no reason.
paid too much for you know Washington traded 3 number 1 picks and the second round pick for the number 2 pick this year. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm talking to Will. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
And to me, that was a little bit too high.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
You got to pay the cost to be the boss, don't it?
Yeah, but now they can't get no pieces. I mean, they set the Rams up for life. This reminds me of
well, if
when-
you really think about it financially, since the rookies ain't really getting no money no more, 3 number 1 picks, it ain't really hurting nobody financially.
Oh no, we ain't talking about. But I'm talking about
just saying-
team-wise.
No, not even that. You can still build through free agency, and then you can still pick up some pieces later on. I mean, you can still trade other
You
pieces.
can't give
I
up
mean,
your draft. The teams
I'm
now.
about to pull over and pet this moose on the side of the road.
Hey man, we don't want no information where we have to
Right.
tell back to the police later, man. We
right.
don't need to know all
We
that.
got
You
to-
can keep
we
that
got-
out there,
yeah,
man.
you keep that in Kentucky.
I don't think it's moose season either, man. You can do that in November, man. That's illegal.
Hey, you can keep that in Kentucky. We gonna leave that one in Kentucky while you still on the road.
But I'm gonna go ahead, man, and let y'all go continue with this show. And great success. And once again, free agent, thanks for setting in.
Oh yeah, anytime.
For me, and I'll be back next week. For all my fans out there.
Give us a break.
Yeah, y'all take it easy and have a good one. Let me go pull over and get this moose. Moose.
You better be careful.
All right. Let's get back to business, y'all. Yeah, we was at NCAA tournament. We was talking about.
Well, we didn't went off in the football, in Manning, his situation.
Yeah, well, let's conclude. Oh, that's probably Country Jack. Good morning. Welcome to Detroit Sports Jerseys. Who's calling and where you calling from?
This is old country Chevy calling from Nashville.
Welcome, Country Jeffrey from Nashville. How you been doing, man?
Oh, I've been all right, sir.
And my co-host is down there in Tennessee on his way home.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm surprised y'all didn't chop it up.
right. He catching mooses down there, man. I didn't know
Right.
y'all had mooses running across the freeway.
Yeah.
So what can I do for you today? You got any questions for me? You want to win some money? I mean, what you want to do?
Money, man.
You want to win some money, man?
Yeah, let me win some money.
Okay, what sport do you want me to dial y'all into?
On basketball.
Basketball? Okay, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. How many championships did he win?
Who?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. How many championships did he win as a professional athlete?
5.
You almost got it. It was 6. He won 5 with the Lakers and 1 with the Milwaukee Bucks. Sorry,
5.
Jeffrey. I know he won 6.
6.
Yeah, he won 6. He won 5 with the Lakers and 1 with Milwaukee.
He had a good team with
Okay.
Milwaukee when he
Oh,
won.
yeah, they was awesome with Milwaukee. Awesome.
The big-
So how's everything going down there, Country Jeffrey? We ain't heard from you in a week or two.
Man, just get down here getting my country on.
You getting your country on.
Yeah, getting my country hanging with my country folks.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I wish I was down. What's the temperature down there, man?
With the temperature, all the days gonna be 68.
Oh, all right, man. Y'all
Got
got the
nice
short
weather.
shorts, right?
They got nice
Right. I
weather.
think we supposed to be around 50, don't we? Yeah, we gonna be pretty warm.
We gonna be all 60 next week.
Yeah,
We supposed to be in the 60s next week.
It's kind of warming up. But, winter just about, you might as well say it's just about over. I better not say that too soon. It might snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
But,
You know how
uh,
Michigan is.
Yeah. Country Jeffrey, sorry you couldn't win the contest. And you can.
Wherever I got the answer right, I would have won.
Yeah, you the one. Yeah, $50. I would have sent you a gift card. $50.
But just say I got it right in the city, my boy.
What did he say?
He said something about he got half of it right.
Oh, you got a half of it right. Well, half don't count, man. I mean, it's either you're pregnant or you ain't. I mean, when you come back and the strip ain't blue.
Everybody don't know. Tell me, you gave the wrong answer. Those people don't know.
They probably know, man. They know the Kareem. You know, he won 6 titles, man. That that ain't no, ain't no too much of a secret. I tried to give you an easy. I didn't even go through my notes, man. I gave you an easy question.
That's only easy for some people.
No, Kareem, everybody know who Kareem is.
I mean, I didn't know he won 6. I thought he only won like 4 or 5. I didn't think he won 6.
Man, you must be kin to country
Hey.
You didn't know Kareem won 6.
I mean, Kareem a little bit before my time, so.
Yeah, but Russell won 11.
That's easy. Who don't know Russell won 11?
Yeah, come back for the guru.
I'll call y'all in next week, man. Y'all take care up there with the Detroit. You know the Red Wings was down here last night.
Oh, did they win last night?
Nah, they lost.
Oh, did you go to the game?
Nah, I ain't go to the game, but there was a lot of Red Wings downtown last night.
Oh, they everywhere.
Oh, they ain't got
This
no
hockey
news.
town up here.
No, on the page about it.
Yeah.
All right then,
Okay,
Country Jeffrey. Till next week, man.
Come on now, you know they
Okay,
don't put nothing
sir.
about the Red Wings
All right.
on paper.
We'll
wait till the playoffs.
Next week.
All right then, man. Have a good week, man. Don't work too
All
hard.
right, you too. All right, right.
All right. Yeah, we thank Jeffrey for calling in.
You know they don't put nothing in the paper about the Red Wings. We wait till the playoffs.
No, they usually make. I might have left other. It might have been 2. During the football season, they have 2 sports sections. I just can't believe the Red Wings just ain't on the front page of the paper at all. I mean, that's just
They
unreal.
lost. What they gonna be on the front page when they lost?
Regardless, it's the home team. I mean, Michigan ain't Michigan on the front page. Well,
they right here, but they
lost.
different circumstances though.
What you mean? They
This
got
something on the line.
But I know they got their brains blew out.
Hey.
77 to 55. I bet you're a
Hey,
Michigan man, so you kind of biased.
I'm
Your
just-
biasness coming out.
Hey, I'm just saying, We gonna rebound.
And then we need to check Jeffrey's statistics.
Did you see the game?
No, I was
You
at
didn't
work.
even watch the game.
Well, I read about they was down from Jump Street.
I mean, they was down, but it was mostly they was getting out rebounded from Jump Street. I mean, Sellinger, he was looking real nice yesterday. He had a nice game.
Michigan has no big people. That was the problem. They had nobody that could stop. Matter of fact, I heard one point they had Hardaway checking. I mean, come on now, man. You desperate. Now you put the little guard on the big center.
He's 6'6".
Yeah, but Sellinger's 6'9" and 250, 260. Come on, man. Come on, that's unfair.
I mean, next year we supposed to have a couple big guys coming next year, maybe.
If they had a big man this year, they would probably go further in the tournament.
Well, they got a nice backcourt that can get them to the Final Four.
Yeah, but they showed. I mean,
Hey, if you get the right draw, you can win it without a big man.
true that. But they're not going. They're going to have a lower. So they're going to probably be 4 or 5.
Even 4 or 5, that's not that bad.
That's not that bad. But they probably going to have a pretty stiff first round opponent. I mean, it ain't like you got chumps in there.
I mean, well, with the parity now these days, everybody one and done, and everybody you can't really pick who the favorite, unless you're North Carolina or Syracuse or something.
Right, or Kentucky. I mean, there's some favorites out there. I mean,
But they get the top recruits though. They get the top recruits though. I'm talking about the rest of the field.
Well, you got it's about 8 teams out there that can win it all.
Michigan can win it all.
Oh, Jeffrey was right. The Red Wings lost 3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got about 6 to 8 teams that can win it all, and the rest of them it would be highly, highly impossible.
You think a mid-major gonna make it to the Final Four?
Well, I mean, you can almost just guess it may come up right because here lately, you've been getting 1 out of 4. You've been cutting a couple of number 2 seeds. Matter of
Well, I
fact,
put it like this: you think Butler gonna make a return trip
no, I doubt it. No,
to the finals?
No, they're not as strong as they was. You got
Hey, they wasn't as strong as they was the first time they went and they made it back.
yeah, but they had a real good team. Butler ain't as good as they've been in the past.
I mean, they might not be as good, but what I'm saying, the matchups.
No, you're
And
gonna
then
have
some of the good teams might be on their off day or something. You might get lucky.
you're gonna need a little more than luck, man. You're gonna need a little talent too.
Hey,
They
talent,
was getting lucky in the past with talent.
talent and luck is what you have in the NCAA tournament.
True that, but you got to have some talent in order to get to the luck stage.
Nah, I don't know. If you on your game, and
That's what I was trying to say. Murray State. That's who I'm. Now they're ranked number 11. They 30-1. Now you got to figure just looking at their record alone, you would just have to get them. And then Wichita State, which is 27-5.
But Murray State ain't really been nobody until this year.
Well, that's how the other teams like Gonzaga and teams like that. That's where they started out from.
I mean, yeah,
they started out from nobody. Then they made their splash. San Diego State was strong last year. They 24-6. So it's a possibility that we may have a mid-major crash to party. I'm not gonna say they're not. And you know what? Even though Florida State is not, Florida State, you got a kind of impressive resume. You got to keep an eye on them too. But like I said, more than likely you got Kentucky, Syracuse, North Carolina, Missouri, Kansas, Duke. And I'll give Ohio State, Michigan State, and I forgot, I can't leave out Marquette. So you got about 8 teams there that probably could do some real serious damage.
Yeah, it's going to be close. I can say that.
And I kind of like Baylor a little bit, even though they got their brains blew out last night, but I kind of like Baylor a little bit.
Baylor?
Yeah, I like Baylor. Baylor been,
Baylor played today.
No, they lost yesterday.
Oh, they played Missouri.
No, Baylor lost.
No, Baylor beat Texas.
No, but yesterday. I think Baylor played Missouri last night.
They played them last night? I might have missed that one.
Yeah, you missed it.
I missed it.
You missed it, man.
I missed it.
You like Semi, you ain't.
Hey, it was Big Ten tournament yesterday. I had to watch it,
Well, you should have been keeping up with everybody else, man.
Hey, when the Big Ten on, you gotta stay with your conference.
But you still got to follow
it's
everybody.
Big Ten country, baby. That's all we talk around here.
And they're really one of the strongest conferences this year. I wouldn't even take it away.
Big Ten was the strongest conference this year. This year,
from top to bottom.
Yeah, from top to bottom, it was the strongest.
Without a doubt. But will that turn into NCAA win with the Big Ten? Big Ten don't ever fare well in the NCAA tournament for some reason.
I can't tell. We almost have a team in the Final Four almost every other year.
Yeah, but we can never win the big dance, man.
Hey, but if it come to wins and getting there, we get there. We have a chance almost every year.
Yeah, just like I said, Missouri beat Baylor last night, 90-75.
Okay. Well, so then that puts Missouri in the automatic driver's seat for a number 1 seed.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Right.
Okay, so okay. Well, we got to see what North Carolina and the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It looks the way it's peeling out right now, the way the script is playing out. Like I say, Syracuse and Kentucky, I think they just got a lot on the regular season. So I don't care what they do in the tournament, even though Syracuse is already gone and Kentucky is still playing. It's just a wrap for them 2 spots. And then, like I said, Missouri, and don't let them win the tournament. Then you got Missouri, and then, Kansas even though Kansas got knocked out, Kansas still there. Then you got Michigan State, Ohio State winner. So it's going to be that last spot, the last 2 spots is who's going to be tight.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. I think even if Ohio State lose, I think they still could get a number 1 spot only because of their resume.
Ohio State? You mean Michigan State?
No, Ohio State.
Yeah, but their resume is nowhere near as Michigan. Michigan State got the.
But if you put Ohio State's up against Missouri's, you could really have a real good argument. But with Ohio State being in the Big Ten, that RPI might be just a little higher.
True that, but it's going to be hard to do that. And Missouri is 31-4 if they win the tournament, and Ohio State loses the tournament. I mean, it's gonna be hard to make a case.
Hey! It's them people picking here. You know that don't mean nothing when it comes to number 1 seeds.
True that, but they don't like to favor the Big Ten. Big Ten don't really get no favorites.
They might get it this year.
Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. Let's the state tournament in high school. I'm talking about basketball. I was kind of upset that. They put our, because, I'm a PSL fan. I like all the Detroit Public School League teams.
Yeah, we know.
I really favor them heavily. And I was just upset when I saw King and Persian matched up. And I want to say
they playing each other.
Yeah, they played each other already. King ended up winning 54-53.
So your number one team, Persian, didn't you call them out at the beginning? I remember that.
Yeah, girls and boys.
And then one of them gone.
But King is still there.
No, you didn't call King. We ain't on King.
Yeah, I know I didn't
right
call.
now.
I didn't call King.
We called what was it? Persian, right?
Yeah, Persian.
Men and women, right?
Men and double.
And one of them gone, right?
One of them gone.
Oh man.
But I don't feel bad.
You got one of them wrong.
Slightly, because if King take it all.
No, you can't. Now you jumping the ship.
I'm not jumping the ship.
We need to call William back in.
No.
He need to comment on this one because you jumping ship.
I'm not jumping ship.
You jumping
King,
ship.
if you look at King history, no one can dispute their history and championships. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say they didn't play for 20 of the 25 city championships, and they probably didn't played for probably 15 to 16 state championships, and they probably won about 4 or 5 of them. And I will look that up later to clarify, but King is on the money.
I mean, that's good, but you didn't pick King.
I know I didn't pick King. I picked Persian.
And where they at?
Well, Persian and King, I was riding with both of them all season. Cause they were
I remember you saying even a few weeks ago before the city tournament started.
Yeah, I wanted
saying Persian.
Yeah, I wanted them to do double because Persian and King, they boys and girls both of them played for the city championship, and King beat them both, girls and boys.
Oh, so King just got Persian's number.
Well, up until then, Persian was beating them. I mean, up until the city championship, Persian had beat them, and then all of a sudden, King paid back, and then paid them back again, beat them 2 straight.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just thought I'd give a shout out to the high school basketball.
We got a big deadline this week.
Talking about Peyton Manning?
No, I'm talking about the NBA, the trade deadline, 3 days away.
Yeah, and Joe said he really is not going to make any serious moves.
Joe who?
Joe Dumars.
Oh man, come on, you must be the Pistons. No, ain't even the Pistons ain't even in contention for any. Hey, they did get a big win against LA though.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they won last night too. Didn't they? The night before, they won 2 or 3 in a row. But I only mentioned the Pistons because that's the home team. So I'll give the listeners, they want to hear what we think about the Pistons first. Man, even though we may not.
I don't have no comments on the Pistons.
Well, really, it's too much. They need a little bit too much. I mean, they're playing with all these second-line players. I mean, you got to have some kind of either a slight superstar, and they don't have. You know what I mean? They're not defensively. That's what they want to make their claim on, but they ain't really got no great other than Tayshaun Prince. No great defensive players, so no shot blockers. I mean,
well, you got some trade bait. You could trade Stuckey, get something
with that fat contract, man. Don't nobody want Stuckey but the Pistons, man. Stuckey don't move me. Man.
I mean, Stuckey, he the only bright star on the team. Wouldn't you try to get something for him?
But who would want him?
The Lakers or something. They need a guard.
Yeah, but Stuckey want to handle the ball too much. Kobe already handling the ball over.
Hey, I'm just saying they need a guard.
Well, they took, they looked at Iverson, they looked at Gilbert Arenas.
Them 2 guys ain't even in the league. Why was you looking at people that ain't even in the league?
Yeah, the Pistons beat Toronto last night.
Oh, them bums too.
I think it's about time for us to take a commercial break. You got it, Henry?
Thank you, Will. Good morning, Detroit sports jersey fans. Thanks for joining us at FM 88.1 WHPR on this beautiful Sunday morning. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by WellCard Health. There's a free medical discount program called WellCard Health that offers up to 75% discounts on doctor, dental, vision, and prescription services at doctors and pharmacies throughout Detroit, including CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and more. For more information, 800-285-5941 for your free card. A portion of all proceeds generated from this card will be donated to the Red Cross of Southeast Michigan. That's 800-285-5941 to get your card. For people and families with no insurance or with limited insurance, 800-285-5941. Detroit, save money on tickets. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. Craigslist Tickets.biz has great seats at low prices. Joe Louis Arena tickets are on sale. For more information, 877-870-3668. Comerica Park tickets now available. For more information, www.craigslisttickets.biz, or for more information, 877 870-3668. You are listening to Detroit Sports Jersey live on FM 88.1 WHPR PowerTalk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. And now back to host Will and co-host the Water Cooler Guru.
Good morning, Detroit. Welcome back. Okay, let's get back to our topic. What was we on then? We was on the Pistons.
Actually, we was on the trade deadline, but the Pistons just kind of got in there.
Well, we had to throw them a little, give them a little something. They are the home team. I mean, even though they're, on the low right now, but, we can give them a little something. But you was talking to me out there. You were saying Dwight Howard.
A couple days away.
Yeah, I think they should go ahead and trade him because you're risking not having nothing if you keep him and he leaves this summer.
I mean, they could actually try to get him something. That might entice him to stay. He still, I think he got an opt-out clause in his contract?
Well, I think it's just over. I mean, if they don't do nothing before the trade deadline, they get nothing if he leaves. Nothing. So, I mean, something beat nothing. I mean, buying him or something.
They can go make a run at Josh Smith. He want to be traded.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be a nice front line, Dwight and Smith.
Yeah, but I think they need I don't think now.
I mean, they need a lot, but I'm just saying.
Well, they don't really not. I mean, some of them guys that they got, I just don't understand. Maybe it's the coach. I can't put a finger on what Orlando really. They are really a player or two away from being a nice contender, but I just don't know what that piece is. They might need a nice power forward, maybe a bigger point guard. I mean, they got 3-point shooters. I mean, they got a center. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe a start, because they got Big Baby, but evidently he ain't coming through like, he's supposed to. But I just can't put my finger on Orlando. And then the Lakers, they need to do something, or they're not gonna. I'm always hating on Kobe, but Kobe, you need some help. You ain't gonna be able to do it by yourself. And Bynum and Gasol is doing great, and he don't go into them enough, to me, in my opinion. But they still need some more. They have the perimeter defense is weak. They need a point guard, So okay, yeah. So the Lakers need to do something. Oklahoma, Miami, they pretty set. With Boston, they need to do something because they're old.
No, Boston, they got some let them go contracts right now. Ray Allen.
Yeah.
They might just let him go, and you got KG.
Yeah, let him go. Yeah.
These guys, they gonna have some cap space next year.
Yep, but this year it looks bleak.
If you really think about it, Dwight, he got some options he could do. He could play with Rondo next year.
Yeah, but they're not gonna put him in the same position he is now.
No, it wouldn't.
Rondo and everybody else gone.
They still have Babs.
Oh,
actually, if you really look at Boston's roster, if you take the big three away, them the oldest guys on their team.
And they're the key guys.
I mean, if you subtracting two of them just to get one. Paul Pierce, he's still under contract. He got some years left. You still got Rondo.
Yeah, but
then you can throw some other guys around them. I mean, they'll still have a.
Yeah, but if Boston get Howard, then that means they're going to probably give up Rondo and Pierce.
Not if he leave in free agency.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's what I'm talking about next year. If he leave in free agency. I mean,
well, just about anywhere he goes is going to make him better. I mean, just about.
That'd be a nice tandem, Rondo and
Howard and Pierce. And then you can keep the other two agent guys because they'll be support pieces. If he come as a free agent, I wouldn't get Garnett. He can come off the bench and provide a little spark here and there. And Ray still shooting the lights on. He almost 40 years old.
Yeah, but
and speaking of old,
they gonna really take a pay hit though.
Mikey Moore is in the D League. Greg Ostertag is in the D League. And there's one more guy. What's the guy that played with Boston, number 9, ended up being broke? Played with Pierce back in the day. The power forward.
Antoine Walker?
Yeah, Antoine Walker. They're in the D League.
Wow.
That is disgusting. You got these old men.
Well, they want to get some.
Yeah, but the D League is a developmental league, man. It ain't for guys that's my age. You supposed to have they taking the spot from the young guys.
Well, they getting a small paycheck. They probably paying for free.
Exactly. But my point being is you can't develop a guy that's 40 years old. That he already played in the league 15 years. Where's the development at?
He probably getting about 10, 15 spot minutes. You know, he out there. He trying to get a D-League championship. Them three sound like they ain't got no rings.
I mean,
Don't Antoine Walker got a ring? Didn't he win one with Miami? He wasn't on that bench.
Oh yeah, he sure was. Yep, he got a ring. But
so
he got financial problems. But I don't know why he didn't go to Europe though, because the D League, I'm quite sure it couldn't be no more than $400-500 a game, if that.
I don't know. They might be making more than that.
No, that's why them guys go over to Europe. D League ain't making no money. Yeah, they ain't making no money.
Well, maybe you don't want to go across seas.
So why is you in the D League? You might as well be in a rec league.
Maybe you don't like that competition, the rec league. The rec league ain't good enough, but the D League is.
No, D League ain't no better.
He ain't good enough for the NBA.
Yeah, but he better than any rec league or D League player.
Hey. Not at 40.
Yeah, at 40.
At 40.
I'll take a 40-year-old Antoine
Jeremy
Walker.
Lin was in the D League, and look at him.
Right now he's struggling.
I mean, with that, they got their own problems.
He's
not himself really struggling. That team just struggling.
Yeah, but he ain't the numbers that he started out with. The numbers are not there now. They got film on the young fella.
Well, they need to take Melo and Amari away. That's what it looked like they need to do.
No, sooner or later, man, they was gonna catch up to the young fella, man. I mean,
yeah, his ceiling. He started out.
And then he got potential. So after he grow, now he's got to go to the drawing board, and what they taking away from him, he's got to learn how to get it back. And that's all that is. That's just a learning process. He's really basically a rookie. So.
Yeah, he really is. He really is.
And getting back to the topic of the trades, like we were talking about. Really, the teams that really need to make a move, the Lakers need to make some kind of move. Boston, if they want to legitimately win something, they want to make a move. New York probably has nothing to move because
Well, actually, New York is in the best position to move something anyway. They got all them guards.
Yeah, but they got guards that, other than Lynn, wouldn't nobody really want.
I mean,
and to get anything back.
New York really deep. If you look at their team, they done found some diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, with
they got some trade pieces. I ain't seen Fred Douglass out there.
Yeah, but they're not that good players.
Tony
you're not gonna get.
You got some young guards on that team. You can still develop them. It ain't like they just lost.
Yeah, but they're not worth anything right now to somebody else. I'm saying. I
don't know. You could find some use.
Yeah, but trade them and get what to improve you right now. You want to improve right now because you're trying to make a run now.
Well, they need some defense. They need a couple defensive stoppers. I'm pretty sure you can trade one of them guards and get a defensive stopper.
Yeah, possibly. No, I don't know.
I mean, they can pick up some draft picks.
Yeah, but you talking about now. Here you go now in the future.
I mean, hey, if New York satisfied with their team and you really can't get nothing for the guys they got, you might as well just ship them on out, right?
No, because then if you're not going to win this year, then you got to play for the future. You don't want to give up the future if you're not trying to. You only give up the future.
That's why you draft. That's why you trade for the draft picks, right?
Yeah, but them guys you named, you're not going to get
expiring contracts. I mean, you
ain't gonna get no heavy draft picks for these guys you just named.
You get a second rounder. Or
probably a third or fourth round.
They don't got third and fourth in the NBA.
Hello, well that's what I'm saying. Hello, they ain't worth nothing. They ain't worth nothing.
I mean, they might not be worth nothing to the Knicks. I'm pretty sure if they get to the right team.
Well, we wasn't talking trade deadline. You might have some substance behind it, but we talking trade deadline. So
yeah, so they got tape on these guys.
And really, when you look at it, Chicago's pretty set. Even though,
I think Chicago need another scorer.
Yeah, and my man been hurt. He hurt now his shoulder. Hamilton. Hamilton ain't contributed much.
Yeah, I mean, you could say in the off season it was a good pickup, but right now it don't look like it's a good pickup.
Right with him staying hurt, I mean, we need you healthy, man. We're playing every day.
Right.
And like I say, Chicago's set, Miami's set, Orlando, they probably need to do something. Even if they're going to keep Howard and they want to win now, they need to make some kind of move. They need to improve that team because what they got now, I don't see them winning at all. And I can see them going to the second round or so, even slipping into the conference championship. But I don't. That's just stretching it.
I don't even see that. It's a 2-win race in the East.
You want Miami and Chicago.
That's the only team I would say have an outside chance at either beating Miami or Chicago, and that's Indiana. depending on what matchup they got, and then they
And Indiana, I like Indiana. I'm
yeah,
glad you
they're a
mentioned it.
nice team.
Right, and they're young.
Yeah,
and they
real young.
got a little talent everywhere.
And they big
You're right.
at every position.
Exactly. And got talent at
I mean,
every
they might not be the biggest at point guard, but they big at every position.
Yeah,
Every
yeah. Granger and all the other guys. I
Yeah,
agree
Paul
with you.
George, a
Hilbert,
2 guard,
you're right.
6'10".
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't find that every day.
Yeah, Indiana good. And Philadelphia's playing good too. We got to throw them in there too.
Nah, they ain't in those. They not gonna beat Miami or Chicago in a series. You really stretching it. You saying Philly?
Yeah, but Philly got a better record than Indiana, so.
Hey, but if you match Philly up with them, they not big enough with Miami. They really not big enough for Chicago, and then they play good defense. But Chicago and Miami play better defense.
Yeah, and got better superstars.
Right. So I mean, the only other team you could say you got Indiana who have a star. He's not a superstar in Danny Granger.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Roy Hibbert, who's an all-star. You got David West, who was an all-star in the West.
Right, and once he gets to 100%, because he
Yeah.
come off that major knee surgery, so the longer the season plays along, the better he's going to be.
So I mean, if you really look at it, Indiana is the only team in the East who has a.
But we really, I really don't like New York personally, but you got to give them a boxer's chance, because if they do come together and Lynn go back to the old Lynn and Carmelo play
Wait,
team
Ian
ball.
wasn't even no old Lynn. This is new.
Well, I mean, the first 7 games.
Okay.
I mean, New York could be reckoned with. Like you say, them young pieces. So, you got to give New York, even though in the 8th spot right now, I mean, I have to give New York a little. I just can't just totally hate on them. And then when you flip over to the West, I see Oklahoma, and Oklahoma. I mean, I just don't see nobody messing
I
with them.
picked Oklahoma. Y'all got me on the show saying Oklahoma coming out the West, so I'm not gonna back down from that.
Oh, I took Oklahoma and Miami for the championship.
I don't know about Miami.
Well,
I think this year Chicago can get them.
Yeah, I'm not. Even I'm a Miami fan, but Chicago, I'm not gonna hate on Chicago.
When
Like
you
I said,
become this is news to me.
this
When
ain't
you
no.
become,
I was LeBron. I always been a LeBron. Last year I lived and died with Miami. Yeah.
Now you a LeBron fan?
Yeah,
Okay,
LeBron.
okay.
Yep. They hated on him so much they forced me to like him.
Hey, I've always liked LeBron, but I ain't team jumping.
Well, who is
I'm a
your
LeBron
favorite,
fan.
Who is your favorite basketball?
We going Chicago.
Oh, the Bulls. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I only liked the Bulls when Michael was there, and now I'm.
Oh, see, look at you.
Well, I liked the Lakers when Magic was there.
Oh, look at you.
Well,
Team jumping. See,
well, ain't
you
team
liked
jumping.
the Lakers when Shaq was there too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah. Well, and they had Phil. It
Oh.
wasn't really Shaq. It was
It was
Phil.
Phil, huh?
Yeah, when Phil went there, then I went back on the bandwagon.
Okay. You was
Because
a
I
Phil-
don't like
You
Kobe.
wasn't really a Laker fan. You was a
No,
Phil fan.
Yeah, Phil fan.
Okay,
Yeah, I love
we
Phil.
We
Phil
gonna
to
narrow
me,
it down.
Right, the greatest coach of all time.
I don't know, Pop.
Yeah, Pop ain't won, 11?
I mean, Phil
72
had Shaq
10.
and Kobe.
Yeah,
and
well.
Pop still got Duncan and.
And he had Robinson.
Duncan.
Henry had
I
Robinson.
mean, he started with Duncan.
Yeah.
He ain't
He
switched
started with
superstars.
Robinson.
Hey, Robinson didn't help him win us. He
He
helped
won
him
2
win
with
the-
Rob.
He won
2 with
two,
Rob.
but
Hey,
it
Rob.
took Rob, 11 years?
Regardless.
Till he
won
got
2
Duncan.
with Rob. He won 2 with, he had 2 Hall of Famers, so.
Yeah, he got 2.
2 and
Maybe
then,
maybe a possible 3 and 4 with Parker and Ginobili, depending on how long their careers go.
yeah,
They
yeah.
put up some more solid numbers.
Yeah, especially Parker.
Even Ginobili, he's
Yeah, I mean, because some of the guys that's already in there, like the Joe Dumars and the,
right. They didn't really have great statistics.
Right. And he's
but-
just as good as any one of them. Yeah,
Right.
I agree with you totally. But so we agree, Oklahoma in the West with no problem, Miami, Chicago in the East. Possibility.
Now you could go out on a limb and say that Dallas still has a chance just because they won.
Yeah, they did defend the champ.
And
then
in Oklahoma City, they young. They still young.
Right, they
I
made
mean,
mistakes, yeah.
but they are the favorites.
Right.
If you put them on paper.
And then you never can, even though I can't stand Kobe, you can't never just count the Lakers out.
you got to count them out this year. They don't have no bench.
Right, but
Their guard play is not.
Yeah, but
not
they
as
still got
good.
the championship pedigree. You got to
Oh.
figure, if Kobe get in his mind right, that just us 3.
I don't think it's the Kobe part to it. You got rumors about trading Gasol. His head ain't really all the way there. And then you got Bynum, who wants to be the man, and Kobe ain't gonna relinquish that. So I mean, they got more problems in LA than just.
But you still got to be afraid of them. If the Lakers can hang around in a game, Kobe the best finisher in the game as of today. So, you can't.
I don't know. They sitting there in the 4th spot right now.
Right.
It's gonna be tough.
Well, it's gonna be an uphill battle, and seeding is gonna be a key too.
In the West, it is, yeah.
And right now, the way it plays out, they'll have to play Memphis in the first round.
That's a bad matchup
Exactly.
because Memphis is deep.
Real deep.
They could wear the Lakers down.
Right, and Randolph is back.
And they got a lot of bigs.
Yep.
So I mean they
got Rudy Gay is healthy now.
yeah, that they could challenge for the West.
Right. But
And they're a young team too, but
Yeah.
the West got some lot of young
Yeah,
good
yeah.
teams.
Oklahoma, Memphis, Denver is not old. Houston ain't doing too bad either.
Well, you can't count Denver out. They play good defense.
Right.
They're a deep team too.
And I got to give George Karl some credit. I don't care how much talent he loses, he still,
Yeah, he finds a way.
he finds
He finds a way. He might not have won the big one yet, but he finds a way to get his
He keeps
going.
motivated.
I bet you can't even name one guy on their team, can you?
The
See, you don't even know his name. See
Name
that? Oh, that's it. See, that ain't even a guard.
No, my man that came from North Carolina.
Felton?
Yeah, Felton. I couldn't.
Oh,
think of his name.
no, not Felton. Felton's in Portland. Lawson. Ty Lawson.
Okay.
Yeah,
I said North Carolina.
You got Gallinari from New York. They traded him.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got some.
Remember, they
nice-
got a couple players from New York.
Yeah.
They're putting in some value.
Yeah, they got some talent.
We're gonna take a word out a spot for our sponsors.
Thank you, Will. Good morning, Detroit sports jersey fans. Thanks for joining us at FM 88.1 WHPR on this beautiful Sunday morning. Detroit Sports Jersey is sponsored by Wellcard Health. There's a free medical discount program called Wellcard Health that offers up to 75% discounts on doctor, dental, vision, and prescription services at doctors and pharmacies throughout Detroit, including CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and more. For more information, 800-285-5941 for your free card. A portion of all proceeds generated from this card will be donated to the Red Cross of Southeast Michigan. That's 800-285-5941 to get your card. For people and families with no insurance or with limited insurance, 800-285-5941. Detroit, save money on tickets. Pistons, Tigers, Red Wings. CraigslistTickets.biz has great seats at low prices. Joe Louis Arena tickets are on sale. For more information, 877-870-3668. Comerica Park tickets now available. For more information, www.craigslisttickets.biz, or for more information, 877-870-3668. You are listening to Detroit Sports Jersey live on FM 88.1 WHPR PowerTalk Live Radio. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. And now back to host Will and co-host the Water Cooler Guru. Straight sports talk, no professionals here.
Oh, welcome back, Detroit. And let's get back to our topic. We were talking to Pistons, trade deadline, teams we think is going to make it in the NBA. We both concur that we like Oklahoma and Chicago and Miami, them three that basically do it.
Yeah, we got some outside teams that could challenge. Indiana, Dallas.
Yeah, Indiana, I won't give them a strong.
They out of the rest of the teams in the East, Indiana's the best. If you minus Chicago and Miami, you gotta just
So you're just gonna jump them over Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando don't know if they gonna keep Dwight Howard or not. They uncertain.
Yeah, but they got the
I think Indiana can beat Orlando in a series.
right now. Orlando got the third seed. So-
Indiana has a better team. They're deeper, and they don't rely just on the three ball like Orlando. So if Orlando
but they're not
don't hit them
experienced.
threes,
Even though last year they did make the playoffs, Indiana that is.
Yeah.
I think Orlando a little bit more experienced too. And I just had to get an edge to. I don't think Hilbert can handle Dwight Howard.
he don't really have to necessarily handle him. He just have to contain him.
Yeah, but the experience factor, I would have to lean with Orlando.
I mean, Howard got to go on the other end and defend him too.
Yeah, but Hilbert is 12, 14 points.
Hey, he an all-star.
You keep hollering at All-Star. That was by default.
I mean, how is that by default? He made the team, didn't he?
Yeah.
The coaches picked him, didn't he?
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you make that team.
I've never heard his name before until you all of a sudden.
Roy Hibbert?
No, I'm talking about from you. All of a sudden, now he your hero.
I'm just saying, you counting him out because of Dwight Howard.
Yeah, with Dwight Howard's the superstar. That's Superman. So when you like, now I'm gonna keep a mental note on Indiana. We're gonna see how far Indiana go in the playoffs. Right now, to look at the 5th seed, you would figure the ceiling would be make it to the second round.
Yeah, we got Chicago and Miami going. We either 1A, 1-2, on one of them. So I mean,
yeah,
that's as far as they can go this year.
Well, they can
Hopefully.
get lucky. Just say they might get lucky. Match up depends on. I don't know who they match up best against, either Chicago or Miami.
I think it's because Chicago, just on previous from last year.
So you're gonna figure if they get the right matchup between those two, they might luck up and beat one of them. And then
Yeah.
hopefully, say Miami lose to somebody else of the other 4. So you know.
I mean, yeah, they still got to play the games and they got to win, but it's gonna be tough.
Right, Miami, Chicago, any order you want to pick that's the East, and I just see Oklahoma. And San Antonio, I don't want to sell them short. I'm just going to mention them, but I'm just thinking they're too old. But I did say their name because, you know, they Pop is doing a great job. They're in the number 2 seed. They had the best record overall last year, and they got the second best record in the Western Conference.
I had the
this year.
second best record last year.
No, they had the overall best record.
Chicago, they got them the last day.
Oh,
They
okay.
had them by half
Oh,
game.
All right. My bad. But anyway, you know, they constantly win. So when a
Yeah.
team win like that, even though if you don't really like them, you really still got to, you know, give them a little, you know. So I mentioned San Antonio, so don't get upset.
Well, if San Antonio get the right matchup, they come out the West too. I mean, the West is so wide open.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you really, Oklahoma City's
It's
the
just
favorite.
head and shoulders, right? They're head and shoulders
Yeah.
above the rest, without a doubt. Okay, let's move on. So we like Chicago, Miami, Oklahoma in the pros. And then the NCAAs, like I said, I'm going with Kentucky and Syracuse. These number 1 seeds. Missouri and the winner of the Big Ten.
Oh, you taking Missouri?
Yeah, I got to take Missouri. I'm leaning toward. I'm thinking Missouri going to win their title. And I take that back. North Carolina, I almost slipped my mind. If North Carolina and Missouri win their titles, I think Michigan State and Ohio State are going to be looking on the outside of the number 1 seed.
So you telling me Michigan State, if they win today,
Yeah, I'm saying
will
Michigan
not
State
get
Ohio
a
State,
will not get a number 1 seed?
not if Missouri and North Carolina win.
Well, Missouri already won.
Yeah, but I think the championship game is today.
You just said that they.
No, they played Baylor last night.
Okay. I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
All right, we'll see in a few hours.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
We'll see in a few hours, and I will let the results be known next week.
Next week. Oh, the tournament next week though.
Right, Sunday. That'll be the first week.
No, it
weekend.
start Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, the playing games.
Right, but I'm saying that'll be the first weekend. coming
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You know, we'll be down to
Thursday,
the
yeah.
Thursday,
Tuesday.
Yeah.
All week. We got college basketball all week this week.
Well, and high school is March Madness. You know, high school and college
Yeah.
is booming this time of year.
End of the NBA regular season coming up.
Yeah.
Right after March Madness, NBA playoffs.
And then we forgot to mention the Tigers.
Oh,
Tigers are
we
in spring
going
training.
right into that baseball season right after
In a
that.
few minutes, we need to wrap this up real quick.
Okay.
And the expectations for the Tigers are real high.
The real high. They the
Right.
favorites. Then.
Yeah, you got MVP, Cy Young, the AL batting champ. You got
Yeah.
wasn't he the runner-up for the MVP in the National League? Fielder.
Nah.
He
Kemp
was either
was
third.
He might have been
Might have been
third.
third. He was in the top
third.
three.
Yeah, he
You
was
know,
up
you
there.
talking boom. You know what I mean? They say Cabrera and lost weight. He's playing third base. Like, you know, he's doing well.
I mean, it's gonna be if the pitching stays strong like it
and
did last
I
year.
always mess my man name up. It's Valverde.
Valverde.
It's Valverde.
Yeah, if they pitch and stay strong and Valverde he pull another good year like he did last year, I think the Tigers'
And we need
chances
the
are real
fourth
high.
We need Parcello and the fifth starter, whoever that may be.
Parcello played good last year.
But we need them to show up. Pfister and Verlander got to have 20-game seasons.
Well, if we go off what Pfister did for us last year after the trade deadline, he was unstoppable at home.
I'm talking
if he
18,
keep that
19
up,
from him and 20 plus.
We already know we're gonna get from Verlander.
Right. And then Porcello to win about 13 or 14, and then that fifth starter, just as long as he just hover around 5.
Talking about Dirks, the rookie. We got a rookie Dirks.
Yeah, but they got about 3 guys vying for that last time. All right, you got any more last words before we get off there?
No, Detroit. We're gonna see y'all next week. That's all I really got.
Hopefully UOD, Michigan, and Michigan State will still be in the tournament when we come on the show next week. And I want to give a shout out to the PSL. We want y'all to do strong in the state tournament. King and Persian. That's the King boys and Persian boys and the King girls. We're gonna give y'all a shout out. And until next week, we'll do it all over again. Your host, the Water Cooler Guru, and the free agent. Love you, Detroit. See you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to Detroit Sports Jersey. Until next week, same place, same time, Sunday at 10 a.m. on FM 88.1 WHPR PowerTalk Live Radio with your host Will and co-host the Water Cooler Guru. Live call-in number 313-868-3688. Live streaming at FM881WHPR.com. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Have a great week.